welcome to another video. And today we're going on the ferry to Brixham. You want to come with us? Come on then. Here comes our boat and the boat to Brixham. Here's our boat coming in right now. Of course, just said that you can get a boat to Jersey and Guernsey from here.
Not from here?
Yeah. Well, I don't know that, well, they still do that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like playing the guitar, is it?
Where it is?
Has it got a name?
It's got a name. The Diary.
Does it have a name?
On the front.
That's a nice one, isn't it?
Dart Venture. This one's the Dart Venture, and that's what we're going on. The Dart Venture.
Oh my god, a screw is a screw there.
Yeah. Yeah, making our way down to the boat now.
Making our way on the boat.
Yep, and here we are. Of course.
Yeah, there's a nice
They're waiting.
Oh, we're down on the gangway. It's a gangway.
It's a gangway. I think they call it a gangway, I think. Yeah. Right over the water. Right down there.
They've already got their seats there. Are we in at front?
Do you want to go at the front or
Yeah,
top? Up
front.
top. Front.
There's a room at top.
There'll be room up top. You going up?
But not really.
You don't want to go up top?
No.
No.
Okay, kids, you go first.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we are going down on the gangway. I'll go up first. So you're going down?
Yeah, we're going at front.
Okay. Right. There's a bathroom on board. This is what it looks like inside.
Room at front.
So look at this. Yeah. This is ideal if it's on a rainy day. And yes, you've even got plugs to charge your phone up as well, so that's good. Yeah. We're going down here. So I would have.
I know.
Anyway, like, yeah. Oh shit. Oh, looks like the boat's about to move off. And off to Brixham. So let's enjoy the trip.
Very warm welcome aboard the Dart Venture for our crossing over to Brixham. Now before we get too far underway, I'm required by law just to give you a quick safety announcement, and that is to let you know that this vessel is fully certified by the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency and therefore carries all necessary life-saving equipment. Now this comes in the form of life rings, life rafts and life floats. Now these can be located on the top deck. Also on board we have life jackets. These are located throughout the vessel in their clearly marked lockers and boxes. Now in the very unlikely event of an emergency, you'll be informed either over the ship's PA system or by 7 short blasts followed by 1 long on the ship's horn. Now if this were to happen, all that we ask is that you just remain calm and await any further instructions given by the crew. Now my name's James, I'm up here in the wheelhouse. I'll be giving you a little bit of a commentary along the way today. I'm also joined up here by your skipper Malcolm, and then downstairs in the bar you'll find Jason and Eric. Now we do have a bar on board serving a selection of drinks, as well as a few light snacks and a few souvenirs.
best seat in the house up here though. Yeah, I mean, back to see all the coast. In fact, we are going to go past Painton in a bit too. Over there.
Perfect place for larger vessels to come and drop anchor. Now they tend to do this mainly over the winter months to help shelter themselves from the adverse weather. Now Torquay offers the perfect shelter from winds from the west as well as the north and the south. It's only when the wind's blowing from the east where we feel the full force of nature. Now the winds are actually turning east today. They are forecast to be picking up from tonight really onwards, so we are expecting the bay to be quite lumpy over the next few days. I don't think we're going to be running. Now as you can see, with the favourable weather conditions today, we haven't got any of these larger vessels currently at anchor. However, that was a very different story just a few years ago, back in the COVID times. Now due to the lockdowns, cruise ships weren't able to be out cruising for obvious reasons, but they still had to be kept somewhere. Now they couldn't just keep them moored up in ports long term, as the mooring fees would just rack up and be way too expensive. So what they would do is they'd bring these vessels to sheltered coastal areas such as Torquay, and they would drop anchor. This was known as warm layup. On ships at anchor here in Torquay all at one time, and a further 6 just around the corner in Labrador Bay. People would believe if we were to swing a left and head off onto that horizon that we'd eventually reach France. Now that isn't actually entirely true, as Torquay faces off into an easterly direction. We would actually only steam for roughly around 40 miles or so before eventually reaching Dorset. Now on a very clear day, you can actually see right across Line Bay, and you can see as far as Portland. You also get some good views of the Jurassic Coast. Now visibility is pretty good today, so you might even catch a little glimpse of this as we near Brixham. Now over the last few years there's been quite a lot of investment into Painton Harbour. We've seen the opening of plenty of new restaurants and bars, and it really is quite a nice place to go and spend a summer evening. Now Painton Harbour also has a small claim to fame. It was the first harbour in the UK to have a female harbour master. Now also over on our right hand side, over there that carry the Dartmouth Steam Railway. It is actually the largest of the 3, and it's one of 2 viaducts over there at Broadsands. Now the Dartmouth Steam Railway runs for approximately 7 miles from the seaside town of Painton along the coastline to our right hand side, before then heading inland down the banks of the River Dart, and then terminating in Kingswear, just across the river from Dartmouth. Now we do quite often see the steam train making its way up and down the coastline over to our right hand side. However, I'm afraid we have just missed it on this occasion, but if you are returning back a little bit later, you might be lucky enough to catch a glimpse. It's supposedly the UK's tallest yet shortest lighthouse. Now you're probably wondering how on earth that works. Well, the reason that it's supposedly the shortest is actually due to the height of the lighthouse building itself. It must only be about 8 foot tall. It's absolutely tiny. Now the reason that it's supposedly the tallest is actually due to the height of the cliff that it's built on. That cliff is just over 50 metres high. And that's why it doesn't need a tall traditional lighthouse on top of it. Ships that was anchored here through lockdown. Like I said earlier, she arrived here this morning. She she's come from Southampton and she is just awaiting orders in between cruises. Now she is actually P&O's oldest and smallest vessel.
Well, looks like they're on the approach to Brixham here. Yeah, looks like Brixham. Yeah. So what we're going to do after that, we don't know.
Now as you can see, we're just making our approach into Brixham Harbour. As we do so, you'll see this long structure over on our left hand side. That's Brixham Breakwater. It was constructed to help shelter Brixham from the harsh easterly gales that we can get here. Now once upon a time, there was a gale so harsh that it actually wiped out half of Brixham's fishing fleet. Now that breakwater is half a mile inland, so if you were to walk to the lighthouse on the end and back, you would actually be covering a mile. We have a variety of different types of fishing vessels that fish from here. You've got the smaller day boats, these are the vessels over to our left hand side. There is a few in the Brixham fishing fleet, is the larger beam trawlers. Now we'll be passing these vessels on our right hand side in a 3 days, 1 up to 10. And they won't let the weather hold them back either. Now they're rigged up for 2 main types of fishing. Some have the traditional net method where they bounce the nets along the bottom to scoop up bottom-dwelling fish, such as your flatfish species, your cod, your haddock, gurnard, monkfish, just to name a few. Then the others are rigged for scalloping. A very highly profitable industry, however a very, very regulated one. Now we have got a little bit of a treat for you this afternoon. We're just slowing down here as we have actually got a few seals up ahead of us. So they're just ahead of us, between us and the marina. They're on the wave break. Now you'll see 2 pillars with number 16 and 17 on, just ahead of us on the left. And then you'll see them laying down pretty much at water level. Oh, maybe with 2 pups.
Well, I was just laying down there in the sun.
Now we do get a lot of seals here in the harbour. The harbour provides them with plenty of shelter. There's good food sources. The fishermen do tend to chuck them a bit of their catch. There's plenty of low-lying pontoons like that for them to haul themselves out on. Now if they're not distracted or disturbed, they do tend to normally stay there for most of the day. Now in a few moments time, we will be landing you here in Brixham. I do hope you've enjoyed your crossing with us this afternoon. Now with so, it's been a long tradition on the Western Lady Ferry to leave the skipper's hat down by the gate where you'll be leaving the vessel. Anything put into this hat is very much appreciated, but of course completely voluntary.
Wow.
Now if you're returning back with us, now we do ask that when returning, please do not queue up on the pontoon itself. Please queue up on the quay wall. You'll see the queue up there now, just coming up on our right. There is also...
Here we are in Brixham. Yeah, I just went to London. Wow. That was a nice little sail across. across to Brixham from Torquay. Of course, that's the total transport video. Would show you the bus, but buses can be a bit boring.
And the late.
And they're always late, so... but I must say, I enjoyed that boat ride more than the bus.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, of course, if you like this video, don't forget to tick the bell for all notifications for future total transport videos. And we'll see you next time in another one.
Bye.
Bye.